Hi, I'm Sarah Siegel and I'm here with Shira Golden, and we are just going to show you some easy, quick Passover recipes that you can do in your dorm or in your apartment if you need something to make this week to snack on when you can't have your bread. And Shira is going to show us a Matzo Brei recipe from her family.
Yeah, thanks,
So
Sarah. So this is my family's Matzo Brei recipe. I think my dad's probably been making this since I was 5 years old. So it's something we make every single year, and we even make it throughout the year too. So really quickly, we'll show what we've got. We've got our matzah, we have eggs, we have a frying pan and a spatula, and then we've got a bowl, and we're gonna need a little bit of water too. So I'm just gonna make about 4 pieces. I can eat anywhere between like 1 piece or 3 pieces, depending on the day. But we'll just make a couple. So Sarah, if you want to help me really quickly, we're gonna take, there's 3 pieces, and you can just put them right in there even. I'll get 1 more, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start breaking it up into pieces. So you can break them up as big or as small as you want. I usually try to keep them on the bigger side, like probably something like that, because they are gonna be soaked in water and they're gonna end up kind of breaking apart themselves too. Yeah, it's totally personal preference. So actually, like, my family makes it this way, but my best friend's family, her dad insists on making it differently. He makes them like a pancake. Okay, so we're done with the matzah for now, unless we want some more later. And now what I do is I take a little bit of water, just like that. Not too much, and we're just gonna let it soak like this. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's getting in there. Not too much though. We don't want it to be too soggy. I'm just gonna let that soak right there for a minute. See, Sarah, about the consistency right there?
Okay.
So it's like pretty mushy, but there's still some hard pieces. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain it. So I just take my hand, and after you wash your hands, and I just take it and I hold it down like this, and I drain the water until almost all of it's gone. And now we're about ready to add the eggs. So see how that is, the consistency?
Yes, it's
so
the
you
wettest
can kind of
I've
like,
ever seen matzah.
Really? Yeah, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah, this is gonna be great. So now we're gonna add the eggs. We did 4 pieces of matzah, so I'll usually do about an equal ratio of eggs to matzah. If anything, I'll add a little bit more egg. You'll notice that as you start to make this over the years, you kind of add your own taste, what you like, what you don't like. Okay, so we're gonna add the eggs if you wanna take them and crack them in. So we'll do 5. It's just the whole egg, just get it in there. See, now I'm wishing I knew how to do that fancy, like, I'm gonna take that for you. So we'll do.
You said 4 or 5?
Okay, we'll do about 5, and we'll make this a little on the eggier side, but it really is preference. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mash this all together. So I'm just, what I'll do is I'll like take it and I'll grab under this, and you're just gonna kind of flip it over. So if you wanna try helping me, Sarah,
Sure.
it's really
Let
fun
me
to
take my
feel.
ring off.
Yeah, definitely do that. But yeah, you just wanna kind of break it up like that. I know, it's mushy, it's
So
pretty
you want to break
gross.
the yolk?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna kind of flip it around. See how those pieces can be as big or as small as you want now. It's totally preference on what you're gonna end up wanting to eat. All right, so I'm pretty much just mixing it around until it's all mixed together pretty well. So this is essentially like French toast, but with matzah. Okay, so we're ready to go to the stove. Do you wanna do the honors of pouring?
I'd love to.
Okay, so before we start that, really quickly, I'll say that when we put it in the pan, usually we would have already put spices in there or some type of seasoning, but it's a huge preference, personal preference, what you like to put on. So my family just cooks it, and then we do our own seasonings after, so I'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
But if you just want to, you can even just take your hand and just put a little bit in there.
Like an even layer?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is essentially make it like scrambled eggs. So this is where I was saying my friend does it like a pancake. I'm gonna turn this up. That's a good amount for now. Maybe it's pretty
super
goopy.
gooey.
Yeah, but it's gonna start stiffening up a little bit as we go. Put it like this. We're gonna let it sit for a minute. So this, it's going to be the same type of thing. Of course, we're gonna make sure that it's cooked all the way through. But see, actually, I'll turn another piece in a minute, and you'll be able to see that it's kind of like cooking like almost like an egg would. That piece
I
isn't
did see
quite
that a
ready
second
yet.
ago. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so this is on the eggier side, but we're gonna start mixing it up again, and it'll.
Well, I love eggs, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
Good for
really
me.
good. It's either gonna be more bready or more eggy, but for me, it turns out different every time.
You know, it really is easy to make as far as the time, and there are only 3 ingredients, really.
So easy. You know, when we used to make, when we were little, we'd make our parents breakfast in bed. This is what we make because it was way easier to make than like making Belgian waffles or anything like that. So yeah, this was the easiest thing to do. It's almost like migas in a way.
True, very true.
Okay, so this is the consistency. Was it what you thought, what you expected?
You know, I really had no idea, but it's definitely interesting. And the way you said that it's like migas, I mean, that's then how I kind of pictured it.
Exactly.
So that's true. I think we definitely need to have some taste testing.
Yeah, well, here we go. We've got the plates right here.
Okay, so now that we have our matzo brei, we brought in our friend Jake, our Gentile friend Jake, who is gonna try this with us. It's the first time I've had it and you've had it.
That's true. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I said before you can make it in a lot of different shapes, or you know, you can make it like a pancake, but you can also put whatever you want on it. So in my family, my mom has grown up eating matzo brei with cinnamon sugar. My dad grew up eating it with salt. So there's a big rivalry in my family. When I'm with one parent, I have to eat it how they grew up eating it. So it's also a big tradition thing as well. In addition to those, we've got salt, cinnamon, sugar. We also have honey, syrup, garlic salt, and jelly. So you can really put whatever you want on it. I mean, it's really totally up to you. For me, it's tradition. So I'm gonna go with salt. But you guys can do whatever you want. All right, ready, you guys?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. What do you think?
Pretty good.
Jake?
Good. Good job.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit about my family tradition and how we make matzo brei.
Well, thank you, Shira, and back to you all in the studio.